Today I will be showing you how to build this pop-up crafting table. You can replace the crafting table with whatever you want, and all around it's really fun. I will also be showing you how to build this useless machine. I got the idea from Mumbo Jumbo in his newest video where a viewer asked him to build this, and I was like, hey, I could build that in Bedrock Edition. So, I have. First off, I'll be showing you how to build the pop-up crafting table. This is what it looks like from the back, and as you can see, it's pretty small. Here we have a completely bare bones. As you can see, there is a required piece of obsidian, otherwise it won't work. And yeah, this is how to build it. Alright, so this is the first step in building it. You're going to want to create 2 sticky pistons facing upwards and a crafting table right there. This can be whatever block you want, it doesn't matter. I just made it tinted glass so you can see through it. But this has to be some sort of solid block so that way redstone can power these pistons. And then this has to be a piece of obsidian right here, because this is where the floor is going to be. And it's going to pop up from right there. Alright, so now we're actually going to start to add redstone components. From the back of the tower of solid blocks, add 1 redstone torch to power this piston. Then add a repeater that's at 2 ticks facing into the bottom solid block, and then a piece of redstone right there. Then add an observer facing this way, so that way the face is looking into this. As you can see, it will start to do stuff. And then just 1 piece of glass on top of your redstone lamp. This has to be a redstone lamp. For the last and final step, you're going to need to add 1 sticky piston that is just to the right of the glass, facing downwards, and a redstone block right here. This glass, or this redstone lamp should be powered. Then you're going to need to add 2 redstone dust on top of the observer and on top of the glass. Then to finish it off, 1 solid block right here on top of the piston and a lever. And then you should have it. Hopefully nothing went wrong. Don't forget to add this obsidian, it's very important. Just an extra little note, you need the obsidian. You can move around the obsidian. It doesn't have to be right up close to it, which in this situation would be right here. It doesn't have to be right up close to it. And you can like just move it further out and have it like right here if you want, and then you can conceal it with the wall. There's a lot of things you can do. You could cover it with the carpet if it doesn't fit in well, but you do have to have the obsidian in line with here, otherwise it will cause that to happen, and you don't want that. Alright, now for the useless machine. And so, as you can see, there are some more required pieces of obsidian, and the machine itself is pretty kind of clunky, honestly. It's pretty big, and there's a lot of extra obsidian and stuff, but I tried my best to make it as survival friendly as possible, and while also being fast, so, you know, it's still pretty small. Alright, so this is again what it looks like bare bones with nothing added. This redstone lamp is just here so you can tell whenever it's powered on. And as you can see, it's pretty interesting. And it has a lot of extra steps than from the other one. Okay, so to start out with, you are going to want to have 2 sticky pistons facing upward, just like the other one, and then instead of a crafting table, a piston. And then you're going to need to build, actually this needs to be sticky piston. It's an oopsies on my part. There we go. And then pretty much the same obsidian setup wise, where it's just like facing this way. And then same spot for the sticky piston as the other one. And then this can be whatever block you want, as long as it's piston movable. And then here, you just want to build a sort of like diagonal line, starting from here, and then the middle one should be right on the middle piston, and then this one just sort of chilling out, doing its own thing right here. Alright, so for the next one, you should still have the same setup. You're just going to need to add 2 solid blocks right here and right here. It has to be adjacent to this block right here. And then you're going to need to add 5 blocks coming off the end of this, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right here, and then you're done with that step. Alright, so now we move on to the next step. Start out with place a temporary block here, then a piece of obsidian right there, so that way this piston is facing towards the obsidian. And then you're going to want to add a temporary block here, a solid block, temporary block, solid block, and so you kind of have this like, I don't know, 2 blocks adjacent to each other. And then from down here, you're going to place a piston that should be right underneath this sticky piston right here. And then lastly, or no, we still got some more stuff to do. Redstone dust right here off of this block. 4-tick repeater. Another solid block. Redstone dust. And then another 4-tick repeater facing into the observer, and it should be detecting its movement. So for this step, stuff starts to get a little messy. So start out with the piston that you just placed. Have a redstone torch facing right on top of it, and so this stuff should be powered. And then right here, have another redstone torch off of this block. And then you're going to place a repeater on this block. That's the exact same block as that one. And then lastly, or almost lastly, sticky piston right here, and then a redstone block right there. It should start to power that, and that should turn off. And then just place some redstone dust right on this bottom block here. For this next step, you are going to need to add a downward facing sticky piston off of this upper block here, and then a redstone block right there. So it's, yeah. And then you should place a piece of redstone, and it should be powered by that redstone block. And then have an observer facing into that piston, so that way it faces right there. And you may or may not set it off while you're building this. Just fix it real quick, no problem. And then down here, add another redstone dust piece. Yeah. Alright, for the very last step, you're just about there. Add a 4-tick repeater going into this observer, and then another 4-tick repeater going into this block right here. And then place a solid block right here, and hopefully, if you did this right, you should have it completely done. So yeah. But if we go to the bare bones one, there's only 2 pieces of obsidian. There's a reason for that. So whenever you actually, have a floor, which I'm guessing you're going to have if you build this, whenever it turns on, this redstone torch fires, which causes, I'll just show you what happens. It causes problems. So to prevent problems from happening, you just got to place another piece of obsidian right there. And again, it can be in a line from here. It doesn't really matter, but you do have to have the extra piece of obsidian. Okay, so if you regularly watch my channel, or you, seen my other videos, you may know that, first of all, this is the first time I've spoken with my voice, hello. And then second of all, this is my very first redstone tutorial, so sorry if it wasn't that good. I really love redstone, and these are some things that I thought were really cool, so I thought I'd share and put them on YouTube. And yeah, I've got other cool stuff in the works. Hopefully, I actually plan on posting another epic redstone thing tomorrow. So yeah, thanks for watching.